Okay. Take 3. Maybe this time the stream will stay up. If you are just joining us, hello and welcome. If you were here previously, thank you for your patience. I do not know what is going on with the internet tonight, but it seems like the Grinch stole Nickmas, as Drake said. Yeah, something's up with my internet. It ain't good, so I power cycled my modem and my router. They both seem to have connected. I seem to have a nice fast connection, so whether it's stable or not, who can say? Who can say? But at any rate, third time's the charm, perhaps. Welcome back to the beginning of the stream once again. Kolb, thank you for starting things off right this third time with that 5-month resub. Thank you for using your Prime here to support this community and what I do. It means a lot. Appreciate it. Okay, let me just go. What am I doing here? It occurs to me I need to go to the new YouTube stream as well. YouTube, are we there? Eddie made this. What happened is that my stream keeps disconnecting, and so I had to quit and restart my router and my modem. Great. Thank you, Drake, for the confirmation, and we are back on YouTube. Dillpick, welcome back. Welcome back. Ice Regan, I have not touched the new Pokemon mobile card game. But I'm getting a lot of questions about it, so I feel like I really ought to. If you do, you should share the friend code, or if you don't, you should install it just to pull cards. Can you play it as just a collecting kind of game? How money greedy is it? How much money does it want? Yo, what's up, Huge Axel? Glad we are back. We are so back. Part 2. That's right, J-Swag. Sargon, what is happening? Oh my god. Why is this? Yes, that's right. I'm being haunted by 3 spirits. This was the ghost of Christmas future. Come to knock out my stream once again. Okay, friends. Alright, we should get on with things here. Let's take advantage of the stream, whatever internet stability we have, while we have it. So, while I was restarting the stream, while the router and modem were restarting, I went and got tonight's beer. And tonight's beer is a special one. It is the Gratitude Winter Ale from Hoyne. And I think I was explaining the deal when the stream previously died. But the idea is it's all about giving gratitude for those the people and things in our lives that make them special. And Sean Hoyne, the brewmaster, wrote this screed about gratitude here. It used to be that it was different each year, but I do not know if it is now the same each year or if it's different. Anyway, we will read it because it's a nice message. Laughing Crow. I don't know why the stream keeps going out, because my ISP has decided my connection's gonna be garbage tonight, I guess. I pay for gigabit fiber, and it's funny, you know, when the stream died previously, my connection was fine. Like, I went and did a test, and like I was still getting gigabit down and up. So I don't know what the instability is from. Maybe, I wonder if it has something to do with the multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch. Maybe it's a Streamlabs thing. It's not normally an issue though, so I wish I could tell you, but I do not know. But I do apologize for the technical difficulties, and I appreciate y'all's patience with it. I know it's kind of disruptive and annoying. Trust me, I know. Also, the Metalhead, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you here. Good morning, the metalhead. Rudolph crashed into the power lines. That's right, Eyelash. Also, hello, Eyelash. YouTube is lagging real hard. Or was. Oh, when the disconnect happens. Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could troubleshoot it better, but I don't, like, there's no feedback to troubleshoot with. It's just like, yo, your bit rate's like 0. Or it like is pinging all around the place. I don't know. Early morning for you, metalhead, eh? Well, I hope it's a good morning. Oh, you're welcome, Laughing Crow. Thank you all again for sticking through it. Drake was setting the chat on fire, and you threatened Sargon to post the uwu magic, and he continued. Well, it happened. It did happen. The uwu magic was posted. Eyelash says, dude, I'm never buying Nesquik again. It's too delicious that I had too much chocolate milk, and now I feel so bleh. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Ice Regan, thank you for answering that question. Very F2P friendly. Okay. Cool. Oh man, you're totally gonna get me to download this, aren't you? Ducko, thank you. Thank you again for your patience. Tokyo says, was just curious, if you had to pick a city in the United States to move to, which would you pick? Whoa, that's a big question. Oh man. There's so many factors to consider. I don't know. If you're gonna move permanently, like money is obviously a big one, right? So I don't know. I feel like any of the big cities that I've been to, I would not be able to afford to live in. So then I'd have to maybe look somewhere a little smaller. I mean, I love the West Coast. It's pretty hard to leave the West Coast, but I mean, there's large swaths of the states that I've never been to, so I don't even know what they're like. NYC is pretty cool, but there's no way I could afford to live there. Realistically, probably somewhere not that far from here, like in Washington or something like that, which is also very expensive, but I don't know. That's a really good question. I'd have to think long and hard about that, Tokyo. What about you? Do you have something in mind somewhere? Slab of the Demon asked if money was no object. Money was no object. Oh man, this is such a tough question. I think San Francisco would be pretty cool. Or Bay Area. The Bay Area somewhere. I'd like to be in California. There's so much natural beauty within not that far away. I would love to have easy access to, I don't know, Northern California, but also down to the Sierra Nevadas, and I don't know, I think that would fit my vibe well. But that's not all that far away, really, from where I'm at currently. You know, in the grand scheme of things. If I really wanted to do something different, there's a whole country out there, but I've not been to a lot of the states. There's lots of places I'd like to visit, but it's hard for me to say if I don't want to move there. That's right, beach, desert, mountains all in one day. Kind of hard to beat. Tokyo says, I'm not sure either, but I've been considering New Orleans lately. Cool. I've never been there, but Sarah has, and she loves it. She loves it. Derby asks, what do you eat for Christmas where you live? We were just discussing this earlier, but it kind of depends on which side of the family you're talking about. Because one side of my family has Polish heritage, so we do a traditional Polish Christmas Eve dinner with that part of the family, and that is awesome. And then the other side of my family is kind of a mix of a lot of Western Europe, but you know, we do a more traditional like turkey and mashed potatoes or that sort of thing. So Washington State is beautiful, Drake. My first instinct was to say like Seattle area or something, but I was like, that's kind of boring because it's not that different from where I currently live. San Francisco is at least a little different. But yeah. A old Game Boy TCG, that the Pokemon TCG Sargon, that game was rad. It was so good. Thorax says, agree with San Francisco. You get the nature of the West Coast, but it's also warm and a neat city. And like, you know, Southern California is reasonably accessible if you want to head down, right? So, yeah. I think it's a pretty beautiful area. Tokyo says, I've lived East Coast and West Coast, and I hate to say it, but East Coast wins, but I do love the Pacific Northwest. Interesting. Why does East Coast win for you? Like, what are the qualities that you prefer? Drake says, you could move to my side of the state. I could. I've never been there, but I could. I'd like to visit at least. Yes, we're back, Naga. Yeah, my understanding is that your area, Drake, is very much like our interior of our province, like the Okanagan, right? Which is very different than the coast, for sure. Okay, for real though. Let's open up this beer. Let's read a storybook before it gets too much later or before the stream crashes again. But yeah, so this is from Hoyne Brewing here in Victoria, British Columbia, and it's all about gratitude. The Gratitude Winter Warmer. It's also pretty strong at 9%, but it's got this beautiful bottle. You don't get beer in bottles around here too much anymore, so that makes it kind of special. And it has this lovely piece about gratitude here. For people who are naturally given to generosity, no matter their means. It's pretty long, but I think I'm gonna read it because I like the message. I think it's a nice message. So let's give it a read here. Howdy, Undertaker. Welcome. Ducko, you were just thinking about Redwall the other day. It's like I read your mind, or you read mine. Trobe, you're currently in Washington, but planning to move to South Carolina. Wow, that'll be quite the change of pace. Cool though. Very brave of you to just go somewhere totally different. Okay. This beer is about gratitude. For people who are naturally given to generosity, no matter their means. For industrious people who build things great and small, and take pride in accomplishment. For people who try to do their best, but cannot. For people who only half believe their own stories. For people who are steeled inside the cage of adversity, but still sing. For people who laugh with ease and abandon. For scientists and poets who drill through mountains to get at the truth. For good neighbors, good Samaritans, strangers who show kindness. For people who, sorry, I'm just making sure that the stream is still going. It is good. I'm just making sure that it's not dying on me again. For people who, despite the odds, cling to hope that things will somehow get better. For people who, like Houdini, are always escaping. For people who grow, produce, and sell our food. For keeping us nourished and alive every day. For people who relish slowly a beautiful meal. For people who smile with their eyes. For children who, with open eyes, open minds, open hearts, perpetually renew us. For people of all walks who carry themselves with grace and humility. For musical people who bring us the mysterious beauty of another language. For artists who shrug with indifference at being labeled artist. for people who speak with eloquence and ease, for people who cannot always say what they mean, but keep trying, for people who listen slowly, with empathy, for people with an unrelenting intellect, for people who carry the banner of a great cause, regardless of its weight, for astronauts, for confirming our isolation and fragility, and thus our need for peace and sustainability, for people who ride bicycles and thus stay forever young, for people immersed in the science and art of healing, for people who alloy their might with temperance and compassion, for savants and mystics who defy comprehension, for people who, like Clark Kent, disguise their inner greatness, for people who articulate with stunning clarity their purpose, for people who streak their hair, dress differently, wrap themselves in strangely lovely things, for people who speak with surgical precision, for people who happily wallow in the ambiguity of language, for people who, like me, struggle with the enormity of the universe and the idea of infinity, for people who capture and synthesize our gentle suffering into songs, for rumpled people, weathered people, people creased by time and circumstance, for people determined to get by each and every day, for exquisite people, for people who glide with poise and style, for frail people with stories that reach back to a time nearly forgotten, for people who tear great holes in the very fabric of our strongly woven beliefs, for damaged people who show us what it means to be whole, for people happily caught in love's sticky web, for people who cannot buy religion but talk to God daily, for people who children love to talk to, for gifted people who write, paint, or sing, not because they can, but because they must, for people who shine from within, for people who burn from within, for the king's fool who delicately tucks great truths behind his curtain of laughter and antics, for people who see angels and never tell a soul, for people. Signed, Sean Hoyne, brewmaster of Hoyne Brewing. I think that is the same screed from last year or two. It used to be a different one each year, but it's very well written, and I like the sentiment, many sentiments. But thanks, Sean Hoyne, for being a real one. That is some gratitude. Why the beer low-key making me cry, right, Eyelash? Truly, though, it's beautifully written and very heartfelt. I think the world could do with a bit more gratitude. All over. Yeah. All right. And with that being said, it's time to pour one out. Now, I realized that I forgot to get my bottle opener, so I'm gonna go do that, and I will be right back. One moment, friends. Hey, Sleeping Pixels, it's good to see you. Sorry I missed you say hi earlier there. Yeah, welcome back. We're not in the new place yet. No, this is not our new place. This is my green screen. But very soon. After the holidays, for sure. Lunate, hello. Johanna, hello again. Do I like Corona? Asks the metalhead. Yeah, I enjoy Corona for sure. What's up, Kai Unmatched? Kai Unmatched. There. For people, State Farm is there. For people who refuse to put pineapple on pizza, it's Tokyo. I am a pineapple on pizza stalwart. Tokyo says, if I don't fit in any of these categories, can I still drink the beer? No, it's not allowed. And then people burn down the chat, as expected. What can I say? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Eyelash says, I'm grateful for this year cozy stream. Aw, Eyelash, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for all of you. I would be even more grateful of this stream if my internet would cooperate. So, but so far, third time's the charm. Seems to be working. I know you're joking, Tokyo. I know. You like that crackling fire, Ducko. Also, Phase Beast over there says, this beer's for people who enjoy gaming all night, for people who love burgers and fries, for people who enjoy others' company, for people who have nice wigs, for people who laugh while passing gas. Yes, it's for all those people and more. Absolutely. Also, good to see you, Phase Beast. Undertaker, thank you for the kind words about the Skyrim videos. There'll be a Christmas Skyrim video coming out in the next day or two. For people who pee in the shower, says Derby. Yeah, I guess, sure. Even for those people. We are liberal with our great gratitude around here. Lunate, I'm glad you're digging the background. Toothsayer. I am grateful for you, Toothsayer. Oh, you've got the COVID. No. Albert does mean you can stay up. Hey. Silver linings. Silver linings. Yes, I hope you kick COVID's butt soon. Stop being ungrateful, said Eyelash. It's me, the ungrateful streamer. Okay. My computer could have exploded. You're right, it hasn't yet. That's very true. It's very true. All right, I'm going to open this bottle. Vegard Jensen says, we're having a lutefisk today. Wow. As a day before Christmas tradition, we call it, I'm not even going to necessarily try and pronounce that. Okay, I'm going to try. Lilulaften. Lilulaften. How bad was I? How terrible was that? Which translates to Tiny Christmas. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't know that was a tradition, but I hope you enjoy your lutefisk if it's something you do enjoy. Maybe it's just the kind of thing you eat out of tradition. Maybe some people really do like it. I don't know. But cheers to your little Christmas. And with that, I'm just going to adjust the microphone so you guys get a nice crisp pour sound. And let's pour it out. Got that little glug right off the top. As you can see, it pours pretty dark, a deep brown. It's actually more of a deep copper. I can see the light through it. It's like a very deep copper. Pred V1, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Friends, I am grateful for you. Deeply and truly. This channel, this community, everything that it has been and has become over the years is so much more than I could have imagined. It has been so much more impactful and significant in my life than I could have ever imagined. I've met so many genuinely amazing people, and for that I am deeply grateful. Cheers, friends. Happy holidays. Delicious. It's warm, it's spiced, it's a little bit boozy on the finish. It's a really good winter ale. A really good winter ale. Toothsayer says, oh, we're saying what we're grateful for. And I'm certainly grateful for Nick. Aw, thank you. Finding this channel a long time ago, like over a decade ago, taught me that ASMR could also be about my interests too. I love that. I love that because ASMR is many things. Many people's first exposure to ASMR is maybe not what they're into, or maybe something that seems a little suspect, or it gives them the wrong idea about what ASMR is, what it can be. And so I'm very grateful that we have this community, that you've all found your way here, and hopefully enjoy the kind of ASMR that we have here, that we do. Long pizza, you like that pour? It's a pretty nice sound. That fizz, got that look a lot. Not really, Drake. Really. Tokyo, it's pretty strong. It's 9%. It's 9%, which is, you know, it's getting up there for a beer. Toothsayer says, when I found you, you were still using the Game Boy intro. Yeah, I want to say that's about a decade ago. I remember when you introduced the command prompt intro, and it's been the same ever since. I haven't changed it for a decade. It's pretty rad that you've been around all this time, Toothsayer. For many of you who've been around for literally years and years and years, that's pretty darn special. I don't know how common that is, but I feel not super. I don't know. I think it's pretty special. FaZe B says, love the poems, man. Hope you have great holidays. I have to go Christmas shopping tomorrow. Best of luck with your Christmas shopping tomorrow. Gonna be very busy. Santa's elves will build you a PS5. Yep, just like that. Just all you gotta do is believe. They'll just put it together for you. Yes, I wish you best of luck with the Christmas shopping, Face Beast. Daco says, thank you, Nick. So grateful for you all these years. I hope 2025 is amazing for you and yours. Thank you, Daco. My wish for next year is that it's actually a little, well, I was going to say I hope it's a little less eventful, but I don't know about that. This year was very eventful, but it was good. Also, speaking of good, Big Brain God, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Big Brain God and Raiders, thank you for joining us here. And please make yourselves comfy, make yourselves cozy. We've got a fire in the back here, just drinking a winter ale. We're about to start reading a storybook, actually. Nice winter storybook. Big Brain God, may I ask what you were streaming out there? I've got to click through. I want to see what you were doing, what you were streaming. Because I think this is my first time meeting you. Perhaps, I believe so. I see some MK, I see some Rivals, I see some Valorant. So, a variety streamer, is that the vibe I'm getting here? What were you streaming tonight, Big Brain God? Curtis Girl, thank you for the resub, Curtis Girl. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for 37 months, Curtis Girl. It's really good to see you. I hope you're doing great. It's Taco. Taco, cheers. Thank you for the Prime resub for 28 months. Taco says, speaking of being around, sorry I'm not around too much anymore. I've been unplugged for a while, but I just want to say happy holidays and lots of love. The same to you, Taco. I understand life has its, kind of phases. Sometimes we're more involved in something, sometimes we're less. That's how it is. I appreciate you coming on by, though, to hang out with us when you can, and for the very kind holiday wishes. Cheers, Taco. Also, RNSOS car. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for the follow. Big Brain God says we were streaming Mortal Kombat tonight. Nice, nice. Big Brain God, I really appreciate the raid. Like I said, I think this is my first time meeting you, at least from a raid. So that's really kind of you. Thank you again for choosing to bring your folks on over here to come hang out with us here tonight. This is very meaningful. I'm gonna shout out, Big Brain God. Not Big Brian. Big Brain God. Oh, it already happened. It happened like several minutes ago. That's yeah, that makes sense. But I hope you all hit that follow, and if you didn't, you could still click through on Big Brain God's name and go follow from there. Thanks, mods, for the shout out. You know I don't pay any attention to the chat as it happens. You know I don't. Tokyo, I have not seen the trailer for Inzoi. What is Inzoi? Inzoi. What is that? Saturn says, let's go, Big Brain. Do you know Big Brain God? Oh wait, sorry, Inzoi. Okay, I have seen a little bit of this one before. This is the Sims-like, right? Sort of, but like with much more photorealistic graphics. I'm like faintly interested. I would need to know more about it for sure. It looks really pretty. I'll say that much. Isaac the Empire, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Ooh, that was a nice crisp can opening from Sarah in the other room. All right, we scrolling, trying to get caught up here. Thank you again, Big Brain God. I'm pretty sure, like I'm pretty sure you've hung out here before. I don't think we've ever received a raid from you. I don't think I knew that you streamed, but I'm pretty sure you've hung out with us here in the chat before. So I appreciate you coming on by to chill with us. I do. Put the drink down and focus. You know I can't do that. Oh dear. Hello, Legendary Prince. Welcome. Oh, it occurs to me, I've been totally ignoring channel points requests because we've had some disruptions this stream. A blood sugar check request from Nakoma Evergo. Let's see how that's doing. It's good. I have a new type of sensor now. I'm on the Dexcom G7 and it looks a little different, but 6.2, that's pretty ideal. It's pretty good. Thank you for that check, Nakoma. And Mike Scritches from Taco. You betcha. Yes, Lord, I did see about the new Dave the Diver DLC, Into the Jungle, it's called, right? They announced it at the Game Awards. I'm here for it. I think it's kind of crazy that it's getting an update like a DLC quite late, right? Because it's not coming out till the end of next year, so. Yeah, Nicoma, I really like it so far. The G7 from Dexcom is really good. It feels a little more stable than my Libre Freestyle. Hey, Charbon, thank you. And it's good to see you here. Welcome, Charbon. I hope you also have a most excellent holiday. A most excellent holiday. Saturn asks what I asked Santa for this year. I asked Santa for money for towards a new office chair. Because I need a new office chair for my office space in the new house. That my normal chair here I'll keep using at my gaming and editing PC, but for like my day job workspace I'll need a new chair. I asked Santa for a keyboard, but not a mechanical keyboard, like a piano keyboard that can be used as a MIDI controller. Many years ago when I was younger, I used to be pretty musical. I played piano, I played saxophone, I played guitar for many years. But it's been a long time, and I've been feeling more and more as I get older that music has been missing from my life, and I would like to start making music again in some form or another. And I thought that a keyboard, a MIDI keyboard, would be a good way to start doing that again. Relatively compact and versatile way. Hey, thanks, Supa Andretti. Happy holidays to you as well. Yeah, and a few other things, but those are a couple of things that I asked Santa for. What about you, Saturn? I was really tempted to ask Santa for an Analog 3D, which is like the new 3D console from Analog. But I don't know if I can justify that. But I love it. I love the look of that thing. Bored Barbarian, I haven't. You have arrived just in time because we are about to start reading this here book. Eyelashes playing an instrument is a dopamine dump for real. It is. It's something I miss. Thanks, Drake. Yeah. If Santa doesn't bring a keyboard, I'm going to find a way to save up for one because I really want to start making music again. Saturn, yo. Ah, that is so kind. Saturn with the super chat says, let me help with that. Ah, that's really, really generous of you, Saturn. Thank you, my friend. That'll go straight towards, we'll see, how about the keyboard? The keyboard fund. Not the mechanical keyboard fund, but the musical keyboard fund. That's really generous, and I really, really appreciate your kindness. Thank you, Saturn, for your contribution towards my keyboard. I always find it funny that I have like so many keyboards, but not this kind of keyboard. Cheers, Saturn. Thank you again. Extremely generous of you. Bored Barbarian says, yay, I'm about to pass out, so I'll catch the VOD after I sleep. Nice. I hope you enjoy the VOD. Yes, the Analog 3D is the N64 clone. Yeah, it's there in 64. That's right. I know, Drake. That's how it used to be for me. I used to spend a lot of time playing music, and I miss it. Let's just take a drink every time Nick says we're about to start reading, except don't, because that would be irresponsible. Well, fine then. What even time is it? I have no idea. Oh my god. It's like 11:30 Pacific. This book, A Redwall Winter's Tale. If you are watching the VOD and you want to timestamp it right here, right now in the comments, so that other viewers know, this is where the book reading is going to actually start. A Redwall Winter's Tale. A very charming, cozy storybook by English author Brian Jakes of the Redwall series. He wrote these books about anthropomorphic animals, woodland creatures going on grand adventures back in the 80s and 90s mostly, and into the 2000s. He has since passed away, but his body of work remains, which is 20 some odd novels for youths that I read when I was younger and absolutely loved. They are colorful and cozy and full of adventure, and they're just really great books for young people, especially if you're into like fantasy and adventure and stuff. And I've always carried that with me. I've always felt that the Redwall books were really like important to me, and so even to this day, I like to bust this out once a year here. I don't know why it's raining. It should be snowing for Christmas, but thank you for the rain, just some humor. It's still very relaxing, despite getting my fire all wet. Once a year I like to bust this out and read it with y'all because it is just extremely cozy. It's extremely cozy. On the back here it reads, all of Redwall is abuzz. A troupe of traveling players have promised the Redwallers an evening of entertainment in exchange for a grand feast. Late at night, after the festivities have ended, mighty Bullbrock Badger sends the little ones off to sleep with the tale of the giant Snow Badger, who comes on the first night of winter, bringing snow across the land. The grown-up Redwallers chuckle at the fanciful tale, but is it only a tale? Bungo, the mole babe, isn't so sure, and is determined to stay awake and find out. It's very cozy. Emrodin, hey, welcome. Thank you for the 37-month resub. I'm glad you can make it out tonight. And, of course, I appreciate the resub. Thank you for your generosity. Emrodin. Emrodin says, happy holidays, everyone. Roughly 40-25 for story and voting. My big Santa present this year is a Steam Deck. Yeah, you were mentioning, you were asking questions about it. My family asked for VR or analog next year, or the Analog Pocket, or may ask family for VR or analog next year. All awesome choices. The Analog Pocket, great little console. VR, I think is really cool. There's some fantastic experiences to be had there. Yes, you're right. Rain is the best we can do here, Justin Gamer. And you are right, Sargon. It is, in fact, always raining here at Christmas. So, Ashy over on YouTube said, "Hey Nick, happy to catch the stream. I don't know if you remember Sneaky Saint on Twitch. Yeah, like ever ago. That's you, and you're a lurker, and you have been for years, but want to try and say hi more. I appreciate that, Ashy. Thank you, and thank you for putting the two names together. I'm not sure I ever realized that. Well, I'm glad that you can hang out with us here tonight." Drake says, I have to double check, but I might have a discount code for FL Studio if you want a solid DAW. If you recommend it. I've used Reaper a little bit. I've never used FL Studio, but I've heard good things about it. That would be very kind of you. If you got some kind of discount, I certainly wouldn't say no. Sargon says, I used to make music in FL Studio like a million years ago. Lately, I've been digging up some of my old stuff and running it through Suno AI to see how it tries to extend the songs. Yeah, that's right. I guess AI is a big part of music these days. I don't know. That's a brave new world. I have no idea. But that is fun, I guess, to be able to take something that you lay down and then let AI elaborate and build on it. Also, hey there, friend Liquidama. Okay. Let's read about the Great Badger. These are especially fun because, as I said, Brian Jakes was an Englishman, and he uses all kinds of fun dialects in his dialogue. So I'm gonna try and do some accents for these characters. Of course, I can never do them justice. I'm sure that some of you from that part of the world will be cringing, but that's okay. Alright. The story begins. Old leaves were all a-rustlin' on autumn's final day. North wind was coldly bustlin' on autumn's final day. Small birds had flown, good crops were grown, and harvested away on autumn's final day. And our first picture, because this is a picture book, is what I believe is the old abbot of Redwall Abbey, which is where all these creatures live. It looks like he's in his study, writing, looking out the window at autumn's final day. Not bad. Hey, happy holidays to you as well. Two little creatures trundled through the leaf-strewn path outside of old Redwall Abbey. Bungo, the mole babe, and his friend Tubspike, the hedgehog maid. Good Father Abbot had given them permission to welcome some very special guests who were coming to entertain at the Abbey. Bungo and Tubspike peered anxiously along the path. "You're busy. I hopes they come afore it be dark," Bungo growled in his funny mole voice. Tubspike squeaked as the wind tugged at her apron. "If you say that once more, I'll roll you in the leaves." So he said it once more. The two friends tussled and giggled amid drifts of crispy, crackly, gold and red-brown autumn leaves. And here we get the picture of Redwall Abbey with all kinds of ivy climbing all over its red sandstone blocks, its walls. And there's Bungo, and Tubspike is kind of caught in the crease of the book there, but rolling around in the leaves outside the Abbey. So everyone said, let's just say the AI is a better composer than I was. You're probably selling yourself short, Sargon. I bet. Jake says, it looks like a 6-month trial. Well, that still would be worth checking out, I think. Miss Blue, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid, Miss Blue and viewers. Please make yourselves comfy. Come on in, pull up a chair, get a cozy blanket and a nice warm drink, and join us. Thank you for giving that shout out to Miss Blue. I appreciate that. And Miss Blue, I hope you had a great stream. Thank you again for coming on by with all of your folks here. I'm just looking to see. Okay, good. I am following you. I thought I was, but I wasn't positive. But y'all, make sure you go hit that heart. Follow another awesome ASMR creator on this platform here for some relaxing tingles. You can never be following too many ASMR artists. That's how I always go about it, because you never know when you're gonna want to just hang out, vibe, and a nice chill chat, and you never know when people are gonna be streaming. So definitely go follow Miss Blue. Enjoy some quality ASMR. Hey Jetlag, welcome. Jetlag said Miss Blue had to raid and run, but she wishes you a happy stream and holidays. Thank you, Jetlag. Well, if you could pass on the same to her, that would be wonderful. Thank you. And the same to you as well, Jetlag. I appreciate you being her herald, her speaking on her behalf. But I hope that it was an awesome stream, and I appreciate you all coming on in to chill with us. We're just starting to read this book here. Sarah says, I love that artwork. It's really cozy artwork in this book. Zeta Reticuli. Are you a fan of the artwork as well? Hey, Bakery Guy, welcome. Bakery Guy says, just wanted to come by and say hello. I'm going to lurk until I fall asleep. Have a great night, stream, and week. Thank you, Bakery Guy. I hope you have a good sleep. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Thanks for stopping in to say hi. Alright, let's carry on with the story here. So Bungo and Tubspike rolling around in the leaves outside the abbey. A flute trilled from the distance to the beating of a drum. Tweedly-dee, toodly-toot, rub-a-dub-dub-a-dum-dum. I think that's right. It carried on the blustering breeze and echoed over the leafless trees. A merry, carefree, happy sound, swirling, twirling, round and round. Then came the strains of singing, of jolly voices ringing, from over the hills and far away on autumn's final day. And we have a picture, an illustration of a whole host of creatures emerging from the forest, the abbey in the distance here along the road. A very colorful looking troop, isn't it? With a wagon and a big badger and all manner of other beasts. Wreathed in leaves from tail to snout, Bungo and Tubspike scrambled up, pointing to a gaily colored cart. It was surrounded by a group of creatures, pushing it along the dusty path to Redwall. Both the little friends shouted excitedly. "Oh, they're here! Oh, I told you they'd come! Sam! Oh, tell everyone they've arrived!" Perched on the abbey's high outer wall, Sam, the noisy squirrel, bellowed out in his thunderous voice. "Tell the abbot! They're here, friends! They're here! Sound out the bells!" Get a picture of loud Sam shouting from the ramparts there. He looks like he has a good set of pipes on. Ducko, I'm glad you're enjoying the Christmas cozy vibes. It really is a super cozy book. This is the song of the bells, bong boom. Right joyfully it tells, bong boom. 'Tis autumn's final day, ring-a-lay. And so to all we say, ring-a-lay. Our doors are wide open, ding-dong. Come one, come all inside. Sorry, our doors are open wide, did I say? I need to make that rhyme. Our doors are open wide, ding-dong. Come one, come all inside, ding-dong. Now rest you, traveler, hear our song. Bong boom, ring-a-lay, ding-dong. There. I made it rhyme. Looks like we've got two mice pulling on the bells here. Big bells, small mice. Every creature in Redwall Abbey came pouring out of the main doors as Sam called and the bells tolled. Cooks from the kitchen powdered with flour, pot washers with paws still dripping, candle and lantern lighters blowing out their tapers, firewood gatherers casting aside their bundles, water beasts with pegs stuck to ears and tails, helpers from the infirmary with bandages streaming out, nursery nurses hugging babes close, hedgehogs from the wine cellars in their great aprons, table layers dropping spoons and forks in their haste. What a crowd ran to the main gates, eager to greet the travelers. Constance, the badger mum, brought up the rear, with Formal and Skipper of Otters. Between them, they helped the old Father Abbot along. There we can see all the creatures of Redwall rushing to the front gates to meet their new visitors. Constance over here, the badger, Skipper of Otters over here with his eye patch. The Skipper of Otters is sort of like the leader of the otters in this world. The Mole, which is the chief mole here. Father Abbot, the mouse, right there. And all manner of other creatures. Hey there, useless Elmo. Welcome. Noonhofer says, alright, I'm also going to lurk and attempt to fall asleep. I'm normally on Pacific time, but I'm visiting family in Central for the holidays. I have just not been able to fall asleep until 2 in the morning here. Well, I hope you can get a good rest nonetheless. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. The same to you. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream despite the technical difficulties we experienced earlier. And I appreciate you being here. Happy holidays. Sleep well and have a wonderful week. Wind came whistling out of the north then, bending trees and flattening grass. The creatures around the cart were hooded and cloaked against the cold. Still covered in leaves, Bungo bowed and Tubspike curtsied to the visitors. They had practiced a long speech of welcome, but the wind bowled them both over. Tubspike took a fit of the chuckles, and Bungo wrinkled his nose at the guests. Oh, come in, sirs and marms, afore we all freezes. Old Father Abbot smiled at Bungo and Tubspike. Well done, you two. Please, friends, hurry inside. Welcome to Redwall Abbey. And here we have an illustration of all the Redwallers here, including Father Abbot, little Tubspike, and Bungo there, greeting all of the traveling troop with their colorful cart and their travel cloaks. I'm glad you're enjoying the story, Nakoma. It's very cozy, isn't it? Hey, Jimbo. We're just starting, really. Basically, the travelers are arriving at Redwall Abbey. That's pretty much all we know so far. Outside, the skies were bleak on autumn's final day. Last summer's butterflies, like dreams, had passed away. So come along now, haste, don't bide. 'Tis snug and warm and dry inside. Oh, kindly walk this way on autumn's final day. Our fields are dark and drear. The lake lies cold and still. Bold wind from out the north bends trees unto its will. Night falls fast now. Come, my friend, goodwill awaits at journey's end. You've traversed quite a way on autumn's final day. And with those verses, we get an illustration of Redwall Abbey with its red sandstone walls and towers, the bell tower, nestled against the the edge of the wood. The wood in this setting is called moss flower wood. And out to the west from moss flower are fields and plains. And Redwall sits right at the edge of the forest. You can see down there the cart with the travelers just entering in through the gates. And out here we have a pair of, what are they? Mice, maybe? A pair of mice? Redwallers, perhaps? Out in the fields. Pumpkin Spice, thank you for the follow. Great to have you with us. Welcome on in. Okay. Once they were inside the great hall, the travelers parked their cart in a corner and set up a gaily hued canvas screen around it. Still wearing hooded cloaks, they disappeared behind the screen. Matthias, the Redwall warrior mouse, and his wife, Cornflower, were greatly puzzled until the abbot explained. They will not eat or drink until they have entertained us. Come, my friends, take your places at the table. Great Hall was lit with candles and colored lanterns. The winter feast had been placed on the tables. Happy Redwallers chuckled and gossiped as they sat waiting. Fat Friar Hugo inspected each dish. Are y'all ready for some Redwall food descriptions? This is one of the most classic parts of Redwall books. This man, Brian Jakes, loved his food. Alright, Fat Friar Hugo, inspecting the dishes, says, hot harvest broth with barley dumplings. Deep orchard apple pie with blackberries. Wheat and chestnut bread with celery cheese. Honeyed pear flan with preserved strawberries. Leek and mushroom turnover in mint and carrot sauce. Abbey trifle with meadow cream and candied acorns. The list went on and on and on. Hey, Punk, welcome. Punk and friends, come on in. Thank you for the spicy raid. We always appreciate it. We always love seeing our friends for the Punk stream. I hope you guys had a great one. I hope you were vibing. I hope you were straight chilling tonight. I hope it was cozy. Did you do anything seasonal? Got anything going on for the holidays? Thanks as always for the raid, Punk. I appreciate it. Everyone that came on in with the Punk raid, please make yourselves comfy. If you've been here before, you kind of know the deal. If you haven't, my name's Nick. I'm the ASMR nerd. We do nerdy ASMR stuff around here. Lots of playing video games. Sometimes we unbox keyboards and stuff. Tonight, though, we're doing something pretty cozy. We're reading a storybook. This is one that I loved when I was younger. It's called A Redwall Winter's Tale. It's all about these cute little forest animals that go on adventures and that kind of stuff. But it's a tradition we have around here. It's super cozy. So, if that sounds good to you, feel free to stick around. Pull up a chair, get yourselves comfy. We're going to be reading for a little while. What were you guys up to over there? What were you guys doing tonight? We just finished reading the part where they describe all the food in the feast, and it has made me absolutely ravenous. Absolutely ravenous. By the way, I know that we had the shout out for Punk. I hope you guys all followed Punk. If you're somehow not already following ASMR Punk, figure it out. Improve your life. Take this step to care for yourself by following ASMR Punk. You will not regret it. Fantastic vibes over there. The spiciest tingles on Twitch. Also, just generally a great dude and a fantastic community. So please, definitely hit that follow. Of course, Punk. Of course. Like I said, always a pleasure. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Y'all got any special holiday plans coming up, Punk and friends? Welcome the real original. Welcome Crystallized Paradigms, Fracture 66, Michelle Louise, and Gummy Bear 81. Thank you for coming on in, and thank you for the follows. Taylor Rand 98, thank you also for the follow. Busy day tomorrow. You got some shopping left to do. You're buying a lot of gifts, some wrapping. I've got most of my gifts sorted out, but I have not wrapped anything yet. So today, my wife and I made like 100 cookies, and we put them in these little cardboard boxes that look like little gingerbread houses, and we passed them out. We gave them out to all our new neighbors around our new house with some cards. We're like, hey, we're your neighbors. Here's some cookies. Yeah, Ducko, I'm big hungry after that too, for sure. Hey, stay home dads, how you doing? Yeah, that's a big raid. That's a fatty. Uriel says, oh, I gotta cook something now. I won't survive the descriptions. I'll be back. Alright. Go make yourself something. Alright. Let's carry on with the story here, shall we? Get my hat at a jaunty angle. There we go. Okay, so we just read all about the food. The list went on and on and on until Bungo and Tubspike interrupted. You're I be for starving, sir. Aye, stop telling us about it and start serving it up, Friar. Friar Hugo chuckled until his tummy wobbled. On with the feast, and serve these two rascals first. And there's the picture. All the Redwallers, and then the big tent in the far corner there, where the entertainers are preparing for their show, and all the Redwallers are feasting. There was a Redwall cookbook they put out, I think back in the 90s. There might have been more than one, there might have been two. I think they're really hard to come by these days though, because they're not in print anymore. But they're recipes for all kinds of the woodland foods that you hear described in the Redwall books. And I would love to get my hands on the Redwall cookbook. But yeah, I don't think it's printed anymore. Across the banquet's busy hum, a trumpet brayed to a rolling drum. As silence fell, a booming call welled up to the rafters of Great Hall. 'Twill soon be a winter's day, so the travelling thistledown troupe will put on a show to astound your eyes and make you sit up in surprise. I present our famous group, the travelling thistledown troupe. Amidst bangs, pink smoke, and multicolored lights, the canvas screen suddenly collapsed. Out sprang the performers, led by a grandly clad hare. He carried a big, curling seashell, which he used to shout into. I am Hypericum Haddock Hare. I lead the thistledown troop, you know. Whichever way the wind may blow, that's the jolly way we'll go. And whether the weather is foul or fair, we'll sing for our supper here and there. We're the chaps will make you laugh or cry, bring a smile to your lips or a tear to your eye. And our fee is a trifle, a pudding, a soup. We're the travelling thistledown troupe. And there is Hypericum Haddock Hare right there, shouting into his conch. I like the stage lights they show down at the bottom there, like the the old-fashioned reflectors with the candles in them. Very quaint. Haddock hair. Hypericum haddock hair. Looks like quite the fellow. Sorry, what is this? I love this. Wow, wow. Is this, do I seriously get punished twice for my transgression? I love that that quote is completely without context, utterly out of context. I don't even know who was chopping me. I don't know why. I don't know anything about it. Tristan Gaines. Back from Pokemon Yellow after 8 years. What, you mean you were here 8 years ago watching the Pokemon Yellow Let's Plays? This is your first time back after all that? If so, that's tremendous. Man, I should probably do another episode of that Pokemon Yellow, huh? Do you think I can stretch it? Do you think I can stretch it to, well, I don't know, 20 years? You think we should make that Let's Play take 20 years? Hey, Punk. Thanks for chilling with us. You have yourself a great one. Have a good sleep. Have a wonderful week. And a happy holidays, my friend. Happy holidays. Hope you get to rest a little over the holidays. Take care. Joey Flowers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're ill. This is a terrible time of year to be sick. I hope you feel better real soon. Stay Home Dad says I'd 100% watch Pokemon Yellow. Well, there's some videos from about 8 years ago on my YouTube channel, and a few from within the last year or two, where I did pick up the game again. Technically, that Let's Play is still ongoing. I might play some more of it. Tristan says I will watch 20 years indeed. Excellent. All right, you heard it here first. All Tristan wants 20 years. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you for the YouTube shout there, Eyelash. Alright, so the Traveling Thistledown Troupe is about to put on their show. 3 pretty mouse maids burst into song, fluttering their eyelashes. I flutter my eyelashes at you? Fluttering their eyelashes at the astonished Redwallers. I don't think I know how to flutter my eyelashes. Looks like I'm having a stroke or something. I'm Crochet, I'm Quaver, I'm Queenie. The 3 melodious mice. We've sung at lots of harvest fairs and at some banquets twice. If you love to hear a ballad, dear, please take our sound advice. Don't fret or fear, just lend an ear to the 3 melodious mice. The melodious mice are honestly kind of adorable. In their bonnets over there. A fat mole dressed in a jester suit entered. He ran at the singing trio with a pail full of water and launched the contents at them. Every beast screamed and covered their eyes. Surely the 3 pretty singers would be drenched. Surely. There is the mole in the jester suit about to toss some water onto these 3 mice. Oh no! CJ Sparrow, thank you for the follow. But it was only a pail full of flower petals. The audience breathed a sigh of relief, laughing and clapping. Hypericum haddock hair bellowed into his big curly seashell. For your amusement, comical capers, jolly japes, marvellous mirth, and the rib-tickling rumpus. From our very own droll dumplings and cavorting clowns. A rib-tickling rumpus is a very good saying. I need to bust that one out more often. That's very compromised. Exactly correct. A Wizard Man says, "'Tis the season. Start a playthrough of Pokemon Black or White and act like it's your first ever Pokemon." Deny and reject any accusations that you have another playthrough to do. Those poor Gen 1ers. They would be enraged, absolutely enraged. That's right. Eyelash, 'tis the season to gaslight your audience. Sargon, thank you for requesting the hydration for me. My non-alcoholic beverage of choice tonight is Canada Dry, some diet ginger ale. Ooh, and the lettering is see-through. You can see the cozy room behind me. Thank you, Sargon. A classic. Nicoma says, "I'm going to bed now, though. You guys have a good night. Merry Chrysler. Merry Christmas." Nicoma, Merry Christmas to you as well. Thanks for hanging out with us here tonight. Also, I see a request there. I can, in fact, whisper the story for a little bit. That sounds nice. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright. Yes, sleep well, Nicoma. I hope you have a wonderful week. Happy Christmas or solstice or Yule or anything, whatever. I don't know what you celebrate, but whatever you may or may not do, I hope it's a good week. I hope it's chill. Snow Vibes, are you calling me an ice dweller, or are you saying you are an ice dweller? Yule for me, says Nakoma. Well then, Merry Yule, Happy Yule. Yule, have a good Yule. Happy whatever. I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting at. We have an ice dweller in the chat. Got it. It's Snow Vibes. Blessed Yule. There you go. Blessed Yule to you. I should know these things. Alright. Coppermine says, "I arrived to hear about a fat mole being a jerk." Well, maybe he's being a jerk, or maybe he's just playing his role in the performance, you know? You know? Alright. Okay, but I'm gonna whisper read this now. Apparently, that's a request from Nicoma. Whooping and tumbling, a band of moles, voles, and dormice, all comically dressed, took to the floor. Exploding cakes, for goodness sakes, do slapsticks really smart? That silly grin upon his face brings laughter to your heart. Bungo and Tubspike roared with merriment. Tears streamed from their eyes. Skipper of Otters and Matthias held their sides, chuckling. Oh, oh, oh. There is an illustration. I almost called it a photograph. Actual photographic evidence. There is an illustration of all the Thistledown troop members prancing about. There's the mice getting the petals thrown at them. We've got acrobats and all kinds of stuff going on here. It's kind of wild, kind of crazy. Hey, Colo Calantu, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Come on in, everyone. Come on in, please. Make yourselves at home. Get yourselves comfy. We've got a comfy, cozy fireplace. We got some snow falling out the window there. Please just enjoy your chilling with us. Snow Vibes, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but sure. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on by with your folks here, Kono, for joining us here tonight. I hope you had a wonderful stream. And can we get a shout out for Kono Kalantu, please? Please, friends. And if not, I will do it. I will do it myself. How was your stream? What were y'all up to over there tonight? What were you doing tonight? But please, hit that follow. Support another awesome streamer here on the platform. Were you guys doing up to some holiday seasonal shenanigans, or playing a game, or what? Also, Thorex says, alright, I gotta head to bed. Have a great rest of the stream, everyone. Thank you for chilling with us, Thorex. As always, I wish you a wonderful night, a wonderful week, and very happy holidays. Take care, sleep well. We will see you next time, Thorex. Of course, always happy to share the cozy vibes. Kona says Ghost of Tabor Clam and then Minecraft. But don't let me interrupt you too much. Been watching you for years. Hey, well, thank you. And thanks for, again, bringing you folks all in here. If you're new here, if you just came in with the raid, my name's Nick. I'm the ASMR nerd. We do chill ASMR stuff around here for relaxation, for good vibes. Lots of gaming. Tonight we're reading a storybook, though. A very cozy storybook with some very cute woodland creatures having a wintertime feast. It has been a busy raid night. I think that's actually the 4th raid tonight, Sargon. Yeah, it's really nice. It's the holiday spirit. Thanks again, Kono. And yes, happy holidays. Oh, and just some gamer, thank you also for the hydration. I'm going to continue to sip on my Canada Dry, which is a lot less alcoholic than that beer. Definitely helps when I'm whispering too. When I'm whispering as well. Thank you for looking after your streamer. Sargon said this year the first day of Hanukkah is on Christmas, so December 25th really is literally happy holidays. Hey, is that, so I guess I forgive my ignorance regarding Hanukkah, but the first day moves around, is that correct? That's kind of fun that they fall on the same day today, though. Alright, let's keep reading here. I'm whispering for the next page, let's say, as requested by Nakoma. Then I'll go back to Son speaking. The hare announced the next performer. Father Abbot, good Redwallers all, allow me to present the one and only mighty Bullbrock Broadstripe. A gasp arose from the audience. Bullbrock Broadstripe the Badger shed his flowing cape, twirling his curled mustachio. He bowed, then, rearing up, he flexed his powerful muscles and issued a warning to Bungo, Tubspike, and all the little ones watching. Never attempt to perform the things I am about to do, as you might injure your little selves. He flung a big stone ball up high and caught it with both paws. A solid bar of iron he took and bent it in his jaws. Then he took 2 metal weights, which no 4 beasts could shift, and swung them up above his head, all in one easy lift. The hare, 6 squirrels, and 8 mice upon a table sat. He carried all round Great Hall twice. Now, what do you think of that? And there we have mighty Bullbrock Broadstripe, the Badger, strong Badger, carrying all the other thistledown troopers around on a table. That'd be pretty heavy. He's pretty strong dude. Sargon says, I don't know exactly what determines when Hanukkah starts, but yeah, it does move around. Interesting. I'll have to look it up. I'm completely ignorant. I have no idea. Pardon me. All right. Oh, whoa, look out, Tsars. A formal and noisy Sam ducked their heads just in time. A dozen apples whizzed through the air like magic. It was Oswald and Oriole, the juggling otters. Round and round the apples flew between the juggling duo. Oswald and Oriole did all this while balancing upon two rounded logs. Not only that, but they both spun balls on their tail tips, crying out, Hoopla, rosy apples for all. Hoopla, will we let one fall? Up they comes, down they goes. Where they lands, no beast knows. Seizing items from the festive tables, they added them to the whirling medley. Sugar plums, pears, and candied chestnuts whizzed with the apples over the diners' heads. Oswald and Oriole skillfully changed the flying fruit into different patterns, chanting as they did. Hark, little uns, this trick is yours. Hold out both your open paws. Paws. I guess it depends on your accent. Sit quite still now, close your eyes, and here's a sweet surprise. Bungo, Tubspike, and all the Abbey babes squeaked with delight. A candied chestnut landed, plop, into each of their small paws. Oswald and Oriole bowed and beamed at the well-deserved applause they received. Such skill. Oh, better let you see the picture. Oswald and Oriole, the talented jugglers, juggling apples and all manner of other things. Alley-oop, head over tail, high above the abbey floor. See amidst the rafter beams the flying fir-grove squirrels soar. Catch your partner by the paw, loop the loop and somersault, whirling free up in midair. The flying fir-grove squirrels vault. Fearless those skilled acrobats, each one born with nerves of steel, hurtling, twirling gracefully, the flying fir-grove squirrels wheel. I guess this is their acrobat troupe. You can see up in the rafters, fir-grove squirrels. There we go. Flying about up there. I feel like as squirrels, they do have a distinct advantage when it comes to acrobatics, you know, compared to some other creatures. Magical mugwort amazes all. In a cloud of smoke he'll appear, to vanish a spoon from Bungo's paw and produce it out of his ear. Abracadabra alakazam, he gives his wand a shake. Bees fly out of the abbot's sleeves, and daisies sprout from a cake. What a mysterious hedgehog! How does he do it? They cry, whilst from a tiny nutshell ribbons and streamers fly. Does mugwort do it with mirrors? Is it all a trick? A joke? How? What? Why? Who knows? Not I. Whew, he's gone in a cloud of smoke. Here is magical mugwort, absolutely blowing the minds of everyone at the feast. I feel like bees coming out of your sleeves would be more than just a joke. Like, that's unpleasant. That's verging on an attack. I don't know if that's classified as a fun trick. Also, what is he wearing on his head? Can someone tell me? I've never known. I'm really not sure what he's supposed to be wearing on his head. Oops. You know, it occurs to me, I think a while ago I was supposed to do some more mic scratching, like quite some time ago, and I don't know if I ever did. I can't even remember who redeemed it, but I think I checked it off my list, and I had intended to do it, and then I didn't. Or maybe I'm just imagining that, but hey, if one of you out there is the one who redeemed it, I apologize. I think I must have just checked it off and then neglected to actually follow up. So I'm going to do some mic scratching right now. Just a little intermission. A little interlude. Maybe I just imagined that, but I'm pretty sure someone did. Compromise says, sorry for the short visit, but it's sadly time for work. I'm sorry to hear it. Just wanted to pop in to wish you and chat happy holidays. Hey, thank you, Coppermine. Happy holidays to you as well. I hope you get a bit of a break over the holidays. Get to enjoy some good food, some fine company. I hope work today is not too strenuous. And I hope we see you again soon. Take care, Coppermine. Eyelash says, one time I accidentally stepped on a yellow jacket burrow, and a couple of them flew up my pant leg and stung me on the leg and rump. I've definitely stepped on a wasp's nest before. Fortunately, they did not get up my pants, because that sounds really unpleasant. Really unpleasant. Drake says, alright man, I'm gonna head out. Have a great rest of your stream, and happy holidays. Drake, happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to your lovely fiance. Happy holidays to your adorable dog. I hope you have the very best of holidays, whatever you may be getting up to. Get some time off maybe, get to enjoy a nice tasty meal. But let's get a shout out. Let's get a shout out going for our boy Drake. Because he deserves it and more. Dracus. There we go. Please go follow our boy. Follow him for your own enrichment. And to support another awesome ASMR creator, member of our community. Good night, Drake. Thanks again. And we'll see ya after Christmas. Alright. Let's carry on, shall we? Shall we then? Redwallers were beside themselves with merriment and admiration of the troop. Applauding heartily, they cheered and pounded the tables. Good Father Abbot called out to the performers, "What a marvelous show! Come now, friends, please sit with us and share our feast." At a nod from Haddock Hare, the entire troop took a bow and hurried to places set for them at the table. And what a table for hungry entertainers it was. And here is another picture of the feast with all these entertainers, including Bulbrock down there and Oswald or Oriole, partaking in the feast with the Redwallers. Alright, Uriel, thanks again for coming on by. I'm glad to hear your stream earlier was a success. Congratulations on the funds raised. And happy holidays, Uriel. Happy holidays. Have a good night. Whilst the feasting and chatting continued, Constance the Badger Mom cast an eye over the Abbey babes. Most of them were rubbing their eyes and yawning. Come on, my dibbons, time you were snug in your beds. Dibbons is what they call the baby creatures in this universe. The babes snuffled and grumbled, but Bungo complained aloud. "Grr, it ain't fair. Why should us little uns go to bed and the big uns get to stay up? I ain't going no more." Mighty Bulbrock Badger swept Bungo up in one huge paw. "Hearken to me, little Master Mole. If you want to grow up big and strong like me, you'll go right off to bed. And besides, tonight is autumn's final day, so you must go." Oh, I'm getting sleepy here, just like the Dibbons in Redwall. Mighty Bulbrock winked at the dozy Dibbons. "Come on, I'll tell you all a story once you're all in bed." Bungo cheered up a bit. "Oh, good. The bedtime story. I do like them, sir." Up the winding Abbey stairs, little paws go plodding. In the flickering lantern light, tiny heads are nodding. Side by side, wearily, snail-like Dibbons creep. Redwall's spiral staircase leads to the land of sleep. And here's an illustration of all those little critters and Constance the Badger Mom over there, leading them up the stairs to the dormitory. Oh, it is making me sleepy. Either that or it's the 9% beer. It could be the 9% beer. That's entirely possible. With Constance, Cornflower, and several others to help, it was not long before the Abbey babes were tucked up snug in their little dormitory beds, some already asleep. But not Bungo. "Oh, tell us his story, sir." So, Mighty Bulbrock told the tale, a story known to all creatures as old as time itself. That's right, Jake Spring. I don't know. You decide. Is this real Nick or is this AI Nick? You tell me. Old autumn's final day is done when midnight bells toll winter's birth. That is the time, so legend says, Snow Badger comes down to earth. Awakened in his realms of sky to visit earth below, unseen by any living eye, thus it was ever so. Lord of cold winter season, he makes all stars shine bright, ruler of the icy winds, whose breath can freeze the night. But if any beast should see him before his work is complete, oh, woe to us, calamity! Snow Badger would retreat. He would leave no winter tide at all, no blanket white and deep, to let poor Mother Nature rest her earth in peaceful sleep. And if there were no winter, Why, then there would be no spring, no crops to mow, no flowers to grow, no little birds to sing. Our lands would turn to desert. How sorry we'd all be. So, eyes shut tight, sleep sound tonight. Let Snow Badger roam free. This is the story told by Mighty Bullbrook Badger to the young Dibbons of Redwall. A story as old as time itself. Mighty Bullbrook's voice was so deep and comforting that all the Abbey babes were soon fast asleep, dreaming their own small dreams. On tip-paw, the elders stole out and went downstairs, chuckling to one another. Snow Badger, eh? That's a good story to make them sleep. Aye, I can remember my old grandma telling it to me. Me too. And I believed it every word. Mighty Bullbrook toyed with something on a string around his neck. He looked at them in surprise. You don't believe the story of the Snow Badger anymore? Believe it? Not me. It's only an old bedtime story to make the babes go to sleep. But Mighty Bullbrook Badger did not laugh. There you can see the Redwall adults leaving the dormitory after tucking in the Dibbons, heading back down to the Great Hall. Sorry, Sargon. It's all AI. Nick was never real. Just a figment of some AI hallucination. 'Twas late that night. All banqueting was done. Redwallers and their guests to bed had gone. Outside, the north wind howled in dirge-like moans, scouring at the abbey's ancient stones. Within, each creature slumbered, safe and warm, heedless to the songs of wind or storm. Fires grew low as solid pine logs burned. Their wood to glowing embers slowly turned. This was the time he had been waiting for. Old Lord of Wintertide arrived once more. Pardon me. Plot twist, this is real Nick and all past broadcasts were AI. Yeah, I don't know any of you. Who are you people? And the next page is just this image with the Snow Badger, the old Lord of Wintertide, appearing in the clouds. This image is from up in the bell tower of Redwall Abbey. You can see out across the plain that I was talking about, out front of the abbey. All right. Bad apples. I mean, it doesn't have to be gay or sexual or anything, but I'm glad you dig the ASMR. It's cool to just enjoy ASMR. There's nothing inherently sexualized or anything about it. It's cool to just chill and enjoy some down-tempo vibes. You're welcome to chill with us, Bad Apples. What's up, Pushy Guy? Welcome. Dayuki, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Tickspring. Yeah, this is a little bit different than normal. I've actually read this story each holiday season for the last few years. It's a book that I used to read when I was a kid, or my family would read, and it's just really, really cozy to me. It's a holiday tradition, so it's something I like to do. I don't obviously regularly do readings here on the channel. Normally we're playing games or chatting or whatever, but for the holiday season, it's nice to read it. Steel Neko says Nick is my favorite VTuber. That's right. This whole time, surprise, man. Wouldn't that be a trip? If they just like clicked a button, turned off the Nick model, suddenly Nick looks totally different. Sargon says if ASMR is gay, then I'm flaming homosexual. That's cool too, Sargon. But I do not think ASMR is correlated with gayness in any significant way. But we are cool with you, however you are, whoever you may be. Come on in and chill with us. Ryan Robertson, welcome. You're so drunk right now. Well, hey, it's I guess the holidays. Hopefully you're got a responsible somebody around to make sure you're not overindulging, and you can get home if you need to, or maybe you're already at home. I don't know. Kyle M says turns off the Nick model. He's actually been a scamp this entire time. That's why I could do such a good scamp impression. Are we still not doing Tarkov ASMR ever? No plans yet. No plans yet. Bad Apples, thank you again for the follow. I appreciate that. Alright. I don't think that's true either, Pushiga. I do not believe that's the case. I think ASMR is for everyone. Anyone who wants chill vibes. You guys will be surprised. I've been doing this for a very long time. And then there's the scams. And then there's the scams. My people. Okay, well, Pushiga, I get what you're getting at. And in that aspect, maybe so. There is a big market for sexualized ASMR. There's no doubt about it. But there's a big market for sexualized anything. And that's kind of what the deal is. But there's nothing inherently sexual about ASMR. I've been making gaming ASMR for almost 12 years now. And I get comments from all kinds of people in all walks of life. From, new mothers dealing with the stress of having a new life brought into the world that they're now responsible for, to university students looking for ASMR just to get some anxiety relief and help with academic stress, to veterans dealing with PTSD, to folks who are just looking for some way to help with insomnia, all kinds of people. So it's really, ASMR is incredibly diverse, and a lot of the time it is the more sexualized content that gets attention because it's the one that gets pushed up, in the algorithm or whatever, because people click on, sexy thumbnails or whatever. But there's nothing inherently sexual about ASMR, and there's lots of, very valid non-sexual reasons to watch or listen or use ASMR therapeutically, or some people just like to listen to it while they're working because it helps them focus, right? I do that sometimes. And no shade on people, watch what you like, enjoy what you like. It's all good, but we've had this discussion here many a time on the channel, but like, my issue arises when people make sexualized ASMR and then try to pretend it's not sexualized and do that in bad faith, because that can result in people misunderstanding what ASMR is and assuming that it must be inherently a sex thing, and then not even considering that it might be something that they would benefit from or enjoy, right? That's where I take issue with it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm here doing what I do. This is my little corner of the internet, or a little corner of the internet. Trying to make the kind of ASMR I like watching, and that hopefully you enjoy as well. Midnight Special, thank you for the follow. Yeah, that was the perfect time for a scam invasion, Wizard Man. Bruce says, nah man, Bob Ross basically invented the art form. Just nobody knew what it was called. All these noobs who are looking for a paycheck have kind of perverted it. Like everything. I mean, like everything, right? But, yeah, when I was a kid, I distinctly remember laying on the floor at my grandparents' place watching Bob Ross painting, and getting that ASMR feeling. I remember watching Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the way he would carefully and slowly explain things so patiently, and getting that ASMR feeling. For me, those are like the OG ASMR artists. Aiden Awesome Plays says, this is my first time here and you do a great job, very cozy. Hey, thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. It's nice to have you here. Astrolapis says, yes, I have severe insomnia and saying absolutely helps me go to sleep. I'm glad that it helps you overcome that. And I hope nobody ever feels ashamed or like they have to hide the fact that they, enjoy ASMR or benefit from ASMR, because there's nothing shameful about it. It's really just an unfortunate side effect of the fact that sex is what sells and ultimately what the algorithm tends to push. And so a lot of people get the wrong idea. But I do hope that people eventually, give ASMR a chance, because I think anyone can benefit from ASMR, truly. Ryan, yeah, I'm drinking a beer tonight. I'm drinking this guy right here, the Hoyne Gratitude Winter Warmer, a really nice winter ale from Hoyne, which is a local brewery. That's what I'm sipping on here tonight. Back to chill book time. Yeah, it is time to carry on with the book. We had a little intermission there. Just a little intermission. Alright, so yeah, tonight we're reading this storybook, and we are just learning about the legend of the snow badger. And there he is, approaching in the clouds. High, high above, amidst the vast acres of dense night clouds, Snow Badger strode. Thrice taller than the greatest oak he stood. Glittering silver white was his coat. Above the two pearl-gray stripes which marked his massive face, a crown of pure ice wreathed his hoary head. The Lord of Wintertide's eyes were of the palest blue. He gazed down at the earth many leagues below, laid bare by the dying breath of autumn's wind. Behind him, as far as any eye could see, legion upon legion of his white snow hares stood waiting. Snow Badger's voice rolled across the dark vaults of night to them then. And there is the great Snow Badger the sky. Steel Neko said one of my favorite ASMR artists on this site is Punk, a guy who does fully non-sexual stuff but weird Foley. But Punk's awesome, right? And like, yeah, he like jokes about his balls and all that stuff, but like straight up, he is an awesome, wholesome dude. His community is fantastic, and exactly as you say, you know, his triggers are sometimes a little strange, but like really effective. And he doesn't have to, you know, resort to pushing any kind of sex angle to make his ASMR, you know, popular, right? Like lots of people love when he does. I'm not saying he's not a good-looking dude, mind you. I'm just saying that's not the focus. All right. And there is the snow badger and his snow hares, all floating down from the sky. It says here, "Go you now at my command, as you have done each year. Let all beasts know throughout the land, the Lord of Wintertide is here. Sheet the sleeping earth in white, leave naught uncovered in your wake. Soft and silent, toil all night, till dawn's first light doth break." The snow hares went then, like all the stars from the Milky Way falling from the heavens. Countless, myriad hordes of them, quietly drifting down, down, for the sighing winds to strew them over the slumbering ground. It's a nice picture. I like that one. Aiden said I'm playing PoE 2 and listening. Yo, I gotta play PoE 2. I've had a lot of requests actually to play it on the channel, so I'm gonna check that out sometime soon. Stay Home Dads said anyone who says that ASMR is inherently sexual is ignorant to it. I would agree. Everything is being over-sexualized, yeah, due to many movements or for many reasons. But ASMR itself is a form of therapy or relaxation. Totally. Stay Home Dads goes on to say, I think the word that is most appropriate for ASMR is that it is intimate. Yeah, it is quiet. It is often vulnerable, I guess, in a way that we've been conditioned to feel uncomfortable about sometimes. Because often when you are that close to a person physically or with someone in a setting that quiet, it's because there's an intimacy there, and sometimes in our day-to-day lives that can be sexual intimacy. That is where we often encounter that level of closeness or intimacy, but it is not necessarily that, right? And I think that's part of why people get confused and kind of conflate ASMR as, oh, it's just a sex thing, right? Yeah, exactly. Stay Home Dads goes on to say exactly that. It says, and in our current social landscape in the West, the word intimate is most associated with sexuality. That's correct. Yeah, I totally agree. Steel Mecha says, I hope there's an elaborate feast at some point in this book. The elaborate feast already happened. I'm afraid you missed it, Steel Mecha. We had our elaborate feast. It was very good. We read all about harvest broth and barley dumplings, orchard apple pie with blackberries, honeyed pear flan with strawberries, leek and mushroom turnover in a mint and carrot sauce. I really need to find myself the Redwall cookbook, y'all, because this stuff sounds amazing. Amazing. Astrolapa says ASMR is the most relaxing sleep I've ever gotten. Yeah, it genuinely helps. It genuinely makes a difference for many people, myself included. That's why I started making ASMR in the first place, because I was watching a lot of ASMR to help with academic stress, mostly. Stay Home Dad says, I use ASMR to game and focus and to prepare for sleep. It really does work best for high-functioning minds. Potentially. I don't know. I definitely use it to help calm my mind. Yeah, and as you say, to focus and help rein in my wandering thoughts so I can focus on one thing. And that really does help me when I'm having trouble sleeping. Which is another reason you get so many trolls who can't understand. Perhaps. Steel Echo says, oh no, I missed the Brian Jakes food porn. Yeah, I'm sorry. Snack time for chat. After those food descriptions, y'all need to go get a sneaky snack. Bruce says, the fun thing is, if you read the Game of Thrones books, Song of Ice and Fire, George R. R. Martin spends an inordinate amount of time describing food. I love it. Give me more fantasy authors who spend way too much time on their food. It's great. Fair enough, stay home dads. Yeah. I only have my perspective to give, but certainly that's how ASMR helps me. Kyle on YouTube, he also has Dinner Cam. I do not know this Dinner Cam of which you speak. Okay, sorry, we should finish up this book. It's getting late. So, Snow Badger and his snow hares have arrived. Twirling, swirling, sifting, drifting, driven as the wild winds bid, see the armies turn to snow, sacrificed till all is hid. Hedgerow, field, and woodland disappear from sight. Smooth becomes the landscape neath a cloak of white, sticking to old abbey walls, piling deep round door and sill, seeking out each niche or cranny, searching for a ditch to fill. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, bookworms. Come on in. Thank you for the follows there. Gabashrella, Crimey Online, welcome. Falcor, thank you so much for coming by with your awesome community. It is wonderful to see you here. How was your stream, y'all? You heard there's books. You heard right. Check it out. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure my YouTube stream just died. Sorry, gang. One moment. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just my page crashed. Let me try refreshing the page. Because, yeah. Something just died on the YouTube side of things. But I'm hoping it's just a my browser thing, not a stream thing. Okay, it was just a my browser thing. I was panicking for a second. We had some technical challenges earlier in the stream. We had to restart the stream 3 times. 3 dang times. But hey, hello everyone. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for coming on in from Falcor's stream. If it's your first time here, wonderful to have you here. If it's your 50th time here, wonderful to have you here. I'm Nick. I'm the ASMR nerd. We do nerdy ASMR stuff. Lots of ASMR gaming around these parts. But tonight we are reading one of my favorite cozy wintertime storybooks, a Redwall Winter's Tale. This is a tradition. We like to do this every year here on the channel, and it's something I look forward to. So we are getting towards the end of the storybook now, but we've still got some left. Adam Van 2K, thank you for the follow. Falco, how was your stream tonight? What were you all reading? Let me just scroll up because I missed a bunch of stuff in there. Mostly it was people coming on and saying bookworms flying in. Yo, DJ Kid, you managed to get the raid message in here before Falcor actually raided. That's pretty impressive. You were on top of that. Sir Dadius, welcome. Hate Wheel, good to see ya. Gabastrella, thank you again for that follow. Jane, wonderful to have you here. Ilk, Elk, welcome. Tombert, hello. Sean, Blue Jay, welcome. Zen Paladin. Crimey Online says, what kind of music did you used to or are you going to make? Is this related to, I was mentioning earlier that I used to make music, but I haven't for a long time. I used to play a lot of metal and try and write my own metal music. I also played in my high school's jazz band, so I played quite a bit of jazz once upon a time. And in my high school's concert band, I played classical piano for many years. So, if when I get back to making music again, I think I'm going to make a diverse array of music. There's a lot of kinds of music I'd like to make. I still enjoy metal. I like sort of folk-influenced music. I enjoy soundtrack music, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'd probably want to try orchestrating some stuff. We'll see. Thanks for asking though, Crimey Online. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Falcor. Yeah, it was a terrible night for technical difficulties, but it seems like we're doing okay now. Hey, Adam Van 2K, thank you for. I'm honored to be your second ASMR streamer that you're following. Quack Attack, welcome. That's right, we got some anthropomorphic mice in our Redwall. That's right, Tombert. Falcor said stream was awesome. We're almost done reading Ozma of Oz. Okay, you're gonna have to tell me or explain to me. Ozma of Oz. Is this a sequel or something to Wizard of Oz? Is it some kind of spin-off? Is it some kind of... I do not know. I'm ignorant to Ozma of Oz. DJ Kid Gorgeous, you are all of Twitch. You're in every stream at all times. Zach, is that what I'm looking at? One Zach, thank you for the follow. Oh hey, Whisper Addiction on YouTube says, hi Nick, greetings from France, where your voice helps me focus through my med studies. Whisper Addiction. I'm so glad that what I do, whether it's here on stream or the videos, I'm glad it helps you. I'm sure med school cannot be easy. It's not for the faint of heart, and I'm in awe of you for attempting such a thing, but I'm really glad that my content helps in some small way. Thank you for dropping it on the stream. Toby, you were just reading Bellmaker? Oh, classic. That's rad. Hey, Sadie Megs, welcome. Wait, you just moved to a new city yesterday. Hey, congrats on the move. That's exciting. Wow, right before Christmas. That's very ambitious. Well, we're definitely here to help you relax. Aiden, awesome plays. Thank you for the follow as well. Johanna says, I just finished baking some cookies. It was nice with company. Hey, now I'll try to sleep a bit before going out Christmas shopping. I hope you get some good rest. Christmas shopping takes some energy, some effort. I hope you enjoy the cookies. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, Johanna. Thanks for hanging out with us as always. Happy holidays, and we'll see you next time, I hope. Stay Home Dad says, wait, you went from the loudest thing most people can imagine to the quietest? Yeah, I mean, this hair, this ain't for show. Well, it is for show. This ain't, but it's functional. It's headbanging here. It's my windmill and headbanging here. Used to be. Anyway, I don't go to metal shows so much anymore. I wish I could go to more. But yeah, I bet you you'd be surprised. I bet you there are more metalheads in the ASMR community than you would think. Crummy Online says, alright, 2025 PNW Mountain Dwarf concept metal album, please. I feel like that's Now we're getting into some like Dungeons and Metal crossover, of which there's a lot as well. That'd be a lot of fun. Falcor says it's the third book. If you've seen the movie Return to Oz, it's mainly based off this book. I have not seen the movie Return to Oz, but I will take your word for it, Falcor. How are the sequels? Do they drop off, or is the quality maintained? L. Frank Baum actually wrote 14 books in the Oz series. Holy smokies! Now that is something I did not know. That's crazy. Hey, thanks, Zach. Well, I'm glad you take the vibes here. Like I said, nice to have you. Bruce says there's definitely a period of my life where I thought I was Dave Mustaine. I have to admit there was definitely a time in high school where I thought there was like a non-zero chance that maybe my career path was gonna be like guitar player. Like guitar player, metal star. Needless to say, that's not quite how it turned out, but thank you for that follow, DJ Kid Gorgeous. ASMR metal. Well, there is a fruit fly. You guys just heard that? There's a fruit fly that keeps buzzing the microphone. I don't know where he came from, but he's being very persistent. Or she. It is being very persistent. Stay Home Dad says, as a metalhead, it's not surprising that someone who enjoys metal would also enjoy ASMR. It's someone who can produce both that's surprising to me. Oh, well. I don't know. Audio engineering is, I guess if you could do it one way, you could do it the other. Maybe there's a related overlapping skill set. I don't know. Not that I'm an audio engineer at all. I would never claim to be. Unlike our friend Bruce here, who knows a thing or two about recording. This book has been one of the weirdest so far, says Falcor. Okay, alright. That just doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement. Oh my gosh, Wizard Man. Dante Darrington's Tunes of Death Mountain, a sleeping aid for the ages. I love it. Oh, I miss Dante. Oh, we need to go back to that campaign someday. I tell you, there is an entire second season of Roll for Relaxation, the original series, that no one has heard. We recorded it all. No one has heard it because we've never had the time to produce it, to edit it and actually produce it. But man, the story goes places. I really hope we can get that out to you guys sometime. It's like, and it's a long season too. It's like 30 episodes. Dante Darrington, Estrella, they go places. Oh, you're loving it. Okay, good. Maybe I need to interpret your likes a little better there. The weirdness is what you're looking for. I dig it. Bullfrog, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. You know, I get it. Weird can be great. I mean, there's good weird, there's bad weird, right? But okay, let's finish this. Let's finish this song, or this song. Now I'm thinking about metal. DJ Kid Gorgeous talking about Ozzy Osbourne's song called "So Tired." There are some great down-tempo songs made by metalheads. One of my favorite bands of all time is Opeth. Opeth, Swedish prog, formerly prog death metal, now just straight prog. Yeah, they have an amazing album called Damnation, which was such a departure from them. It was all soft after, you know, most of their albums being pretty heavy. But some beautiful songs on there. One of my favorites is called Death Whispered a Lullaby. Death Whispered a Lullaby. Really good stuff. All right. So we were reading about the snow hares and the snow badger. One day we'll finish this. Numbing, muffling, mute, and silent, winter closes tight its vice. Sheening pond and lake up tight, locking fish beneath the ice. Now the brook has ceased to chuckle. Look, the stream is choked and slow. Icicles form stalactites, long from eaves they grow. Okay, I see. Maybe we're back. No. Are we back though? That bitrate is bouncing all over the place. Can y'all hear me? Is question number one. I do not know what's happening with my internet tonight. Yeah, lagging. I think YouTube died this time too. Oh, you can hear me on YouTube? I can't. This is silly. This is really stupid. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna come back in a stable enough state. Okay, that's looking stable-ish. Can Twitch hear me? Okay, Twitch can't hear me. Okay, this is ridiculous. I don't know if anyone can hear me or see me right now, but I'm gonna restart once again. Hopefully this is the last time for the night. All right. I think I gotta restart for Twitch to hear me. But YouTube, just to confirm, you can hear me now. Is that right? I don't know. It's. I have no idea what my ISP is doing. I'm on TELUS. Okay, Lenny says yes, YouTube can hear. This is getting really silly. Really silly. Okay. I'm going to restart so that Twitch can hear me again. And I'm afraid YouTube, you're going to have to jump to the next stream, which will be up on my YouTube homepage. Alright, let's do it. Okay, restarting. Sorry, gang. Hopefully this is the last time. For real.